6:01, and all of our petitioners are here, so we'll go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and do roll call. Jim Weber.
Here.
Dino Ori.
Here.
Ed Zosky. Here. Mike McCarthy. He's not here. We have Belinda Young.
Here.
Gina Driscoll.
Here.
And Mike Kelly.
Here.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Jim, if you want to go ahead and do the minutes.
If we can get an approval or a motion to approve the minutes.
I can second it.
Okay. Was that Ed and Gina?
Yep, I said a second.
You guys want to go ahead and vote? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so 6-0. All right, we can go ahead and move on to our first case then.
Okay. Case 19-SU-31, petition of Linda Butis for a special use to allow an accessory structure which has an alternative exterior material. And we'll do 19V32, petition for Linda Butis for a side yard setback variance of 4 feet to allow an accessory structure at 322 Park Avenue. So, if you could step up there, the microphone does work now.
Yes, sir.
And if you could swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you. Tell us what you'd like to do there.
Well, first I live at 322 Park Avenue, and the two lots beside me are vacant. They're owned, but vacant, and it's my understanding will never be built on. What I would like to do is put in basically a carport, and the posterior portion, 10 feet of it, I take care of my 90-year-old mother, and I don't have much storage space in the house, so that portion is enclosed. I think, let's see here. I asked it will look something like this, but it'll look a lot better. This is very, very basic. I mean, there's a window being put in it. The metal itself, I upgraded to the top of the line metal. And I put a picture so you could see the vinyl siding of my house and where the carport would sit. The metal on the carport will match the vinyl siding called clay. So thinking of the neighbors, I want it to look nice in that. And then the roofing is vertical, so it will hold the maximum amount needed for snow. And that, I don't understand it. I guess it's because it'll slide off. I don't know. That's the end, but everything's been upgraded to the top of the line, and it would give me storage for medical supplies in that area, and also my car will fit underneath the carport area. I confess I won't have to scrape it off all the time, which would be lovely.
Yep.
That is kind of like the highlights, if you all have any questions or anything.
Mr. Kelly? Sure your microphone's on.
The length of the overall is 26 feet is what you have on your proposed plan. How much of that length of the 26 feet is the storage building that you're putting in the back?
10 feet, sir.
The building itself is 10 feet?
It's a carport.
Right, I understand.
And then the posterior 10 feet is enclosed for storage.
10 feet in, okay.
And then the other, 16 feet, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, is for the car.
For the car?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. All right, so then, and with the schematics of this steel structure that you provided for us,
Yes, sir.
I'm making the assumption that you're going to go with this one here that's on the left that shows as far as the uprights of the structure with open space in between, as opposed to the other one that has cross members horizontal to the ground all the way through the upright structure?
Let's see, sir.
It's the picture on the left. It says regular A-frame, 12-foot wide carport style.
May I approach your?
Well, sure. Yes, ma'am. This one right here. What I'm asking is it's going to be this structure here with this is the uprights, and that's going to be open.
Yes, sir, and it'll come down just a little bit, just to there, and then this portion back here will be enclosed.
Right, I understand that.
But you are correct, it is not.
Not
already
this
enclosed.
horizontal structure here.
That is correct.
Okay. So then what my question is on this side here, I looked at your situation and the house that you have off to the side here, it appears as though the house itself, the back of the house is somewhere about right here with the structure going forward to the street. And with this being your drive coming up, here's the side of your house right here.
This would be the side of the house.
That's
yes, sir.
correct.
Yes, sir.
And with this, with the house, the neighboring house on this side,
Yeah,
the
this is
back
a-
of the house is somewhere right in about maybe 2 feet or 3 feet back from the front of this.
Yeah, this is a vacant lot.
Right, that
and
is
then her-
correct.
And then her house, you are correct, it sets up.
Right, but the back of the house, what I'm getting at is the back of the house going forward to the street. It is set forward to the street more than your house is. So that if they're looking out the window,
sir.
they're gonna be looking more at the front edge or your house side as opposed to the side of this.
That is correct, sir.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so my question is, do you have any intent of closing in any of this on the side right here with some possible, some siding back to where your enclosed structure is, which would be, in other words,
Right, the enclosed structure will be a colored tan.
Right, I understand
color
that.
With a window.
my question is, in this area right here, as far as putting some horizontal siding that would match and conform with the siding of your house.
I understand what you're saying, sir. I had not planned that because creates a wind tunnel on top of it, from what I understand.
Just on the one side?
I didn't think of going one-sided. I did not, no, sir. And I
Okay.
had not had.
So this is just all going to be open then?
This portion, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
With it coming down, just.
Right, I understand it. It will come down a ways on the side of the overhang of the
Yes.
roof. And the roof itself, structure-wise, will come down and overlap.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And you indicated that the shed sidewalls and everything are going to be the same color steel as what your house vinyl siding is, which
Yes,
is a
sir.
clay.
Clay colored,
Okay.
uh-huh. And then the
Uh,
top will be colored also the same color as my roof.
All right. Are you putting a footing structure in, too close? Footing structure in to fasten the framework of the carport down?
Oh, yes, there will be 14, it met 14, I don't know what you cut there. I used to know the name of them. It screws down. with the
Round
machine.
post, round bearing post?
It looks like a corkscrew.
Okay.
To anchor. That's
Just
what
an
they
anchor in the ground? That's what they're doing, the anchor of the
14 of
steel?
them. 14 of them. It's the same that they use.
How long are those? Do you have an
It's the
idea?
same size that they use for mobile homes. I believe it's 3 feet.
3
It'll go
feet?
3 feet down.
All right, so you're not doing the actual concrete
Oh, no.
foundation, footing
No,
structure?
sir. No, sir.
All right. So, okay. Well, if they're doing 14, they're probably doing 7 to a side of the framework because the back would be, so then, okay. So then your shed
Yes, sir.
that they're gonna put in a floor for that
No,
shed?
no, sir. It'll just
It's gonna be on the gravel?
I have put down what they call crushed concrete.
Right.
Rock, and then I put down 3 inches of crushed white rock on top of that.
Correct.
And that is what it will sit on.
So you're gonna have moisture transfer through your ground. If you're gonna, you indicated that you're gonna put medical supplies.
That is
and-
correct,
and
sir.
that type of thing in there, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to have moisture transfer from your ground up through that enclosure.
I understand what you're saying. It depends on what container I have it in. Being a nurse and that, I understand you can only have certain things in there. But with shelving, I can get it up off the floor and things will rotate through. Like pads, chuck pads and that type of thing would be rotated
Are you
through.
setting wood pallets down on the ground or anything to set these boxes on or crates on? Or
I haven't thought of that. I'm trying to stay in my budget.
Well, I
I
understand the
haven't
budget,
thought
but
about it.
I guess
I do understand
I
what you're
have-
saying.
I
That's a
have-
very good point. That, I,
I have a concern about the structure itself and how it's going to be fastened or set there within the steel structure so that the wind doesn't blow out the sides or take it out if it's just corkscrewed down in the ground with the frame. I mean, I guess, and I don't know what the rest of the board would feel, my recommendation would be from a construction standpoint to pour a concrete slab the size of your, well, hear
that
me
would
out
be
a
way
second.
over my budget. I've
right.
looked
Just-
at that and
Pardon me?
this is
Well,
costing
okay,
$4,500 to do.
You have a carport, that's right, but you're gonna build physical sides and you're gonna have a door. All right, and so it's gonna be built within the steel structure itself. And
Yes.
the structure is gonna be held down in the ground with corkscrews.
Well, that's what I call them. There's another name for them. There's a
Well, so
construction name.
Real quick,
Theoretically,
if I
it's
could
the same.
interject real quick. It does have the plans that you were provided. It does meet all wind loads. There's an engineer that stamped this.
Okay,
So it meets all wind loads, all snow loads, everything. I mean, Joe's already looked at this from a residential construction standpoint, and that's what he requires is a stamped document indicating wind and snow loads and all the other structural and engineering standpoints, and he's already okayed this.
all right,
We're
but
just
does
here for
that
the-
take in fact, does it take in consideration the fact of a wooden or I don't know if it's steel panel structure or a wooden structure shed that's being built at the end of this?
Yeah,
From
but
my
we're just,
understanding, it would
we're
be-
just here for the special use.
Well, no, it's not that I,
As an engineer and building stuff here.
okay. I'm asking the question.
You can't question, you should call the engineer up and talk to him. She's not gonna
Okay,
call the engineer.
okay. All right. Well, as far as the specs go, and through the plans that are provided to us, it does not call out anything about an enclosed physical structure within the steel structure. That's my point. That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
Okay, Gina?
My only recommendation or concern would be, and I think you've addressed it a little bit, is that throughout the floor underneath the carport, that there be adequate gravel so that you're not parking in the mud or dirt or that kind of thing. I think you kind of alluded to that, and when I drove by, I just didn't see, and from the pictures, maybe a ton of gravel there, but that obviously that you have enough gravel in there, so
It's
you've got.
6 inches.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
Linda?
And I would just revisit the fact that you could put pallets down on the floor, and pallets are free at a lot of places, and I can tell you about where afterwards.
Like wood pallets to
Yeah,
set down
just
to
some
keep
wood
things up.
pallets,
That's an excellent idea. I hadn't even thought that, but that's an excellent idea.
Yeah,
Wood pallets to lay down to get them up off the ground.
yeah, and that's all I had.
Thank you.
Ed?
Yeah, the only thing is to make sure they're hardwood, because then you won't have termites. Make sure it's hardwood.
Hardwood pallets. Okay.
In other words, the oak pallets, most lumber yards have extra ones that they'll give away.
Oak pallets. I'll be at Lowe's and Menards.
That's it,
And
yeah.
RP Lumber. Thank
That's
you.
all I got, thank you.
Thank you.
Dino?
I'm okay, no questions.
I don't have anything for you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you, and you too. All right. So does everybody have their sheet?
Plural?
Yep. Sheets.
Two of them, okay.
You can sit here, they're gonna rule right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is efficient. So are we gonna do the special use portion first and then go to the variance, or,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
Just
the
wanna make sure, so
variance
I'm marking on the right sheet
I
here.
only got one sheet.
Go ahead and read off that one, circle it, and I'll just sign it.
Or you can use mine if you want. Give him his.
Okay, everybody ready? Will a significant hardship result to the owner if the strict letter of the regulations?
Wait a minute, you cover number 32 first?
Yep.
Okay.
Which one do you want to do first? We can do 31 first.
I think we should do it just in order,
Yep,
if you
let's
guys
do it
don't
in order.
mind. Let's do
Yep.
31 first, and then we'll do 32.
Oh, there's my
Because there's no
32.
point in doing a variance if you guys don't approve the special use.
Well, that's why I
That's true.
asked the question.
All right.
31.
So 19-SU-31. Will the establishment, maintenance, and operation of the proposed special use permit be detrimental to or endanger the public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare? No.
No.
Will the proposed special use permit be injurious to the use or enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for uses permitted in the district? No.
No.
Will the proposed special use permit diminish or impair property values within the surrounding neighborhood?
No.
Will the establishment of the proposed special use permit impede the orderly development or improvement of surrounding property for uses permitted in the subject zoning district?
No.
No. Or have adequate utilities, access, roads, drainage, and/or the necessary facilities to be or have been provided?
Yes.
Or have adequate measures been or to be taken to provide ingress and egress from the site, minimizing traffic congestion and hazards on public streets?
Yes.
Yes. And will the proposed special use permit conform to all other applicable regulations in the zoning district?
Yes.
Okay, so we would need a motion.
Mr. Chairman, based upon our deliberation, I'd make a motion to approve the request for the special use permit
Allow it to go to council.
Yep.
and to go to council for approval.
Who'd like to second that? Okay. Yep.
All right, we'll go ahead and do a vote now. So
Yep.
Jim Weber,
Yes.
Dina Ori,
Yes.
Ed Zosky, Linda Young,
Yes.
Gina Driscoll,
Yes.
Mike Kelly.
Yes.
All right, we got 6 ayes. So we are good to go. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one then.
All right. 19V32. Are you ready? Will a significant hardship result to the owner if the strict letter of the regulations are carried out, given the particular physical surroundings, shape, topography, conditions, or property?
Yes.
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 Topography, that's a good word. Is it an inconvenience to the property owner to follow the regulations of the ordinance?
Yes.
Yes. Is the variance requested based upon the uniqueness of the property?
Yes.
Yes. Is the variance based exclusively on the desire to make more money from the property?
No.
No. Will the variance be injurious to other property or improvements in the neighborhood?
No.
Has the alleged difficulty or hardship been created by any person or persons presently having an interest in the property and thus self-imposed?
No.
No. Will the proposed variation impair the adequate supply of light and/or air to adjacent property?
No.
Will the proposed variation increase the congestion of the public street?
No.
No. Will the proposed variation create additional traffic safety problems?
No.
No. Will the proposed variation increase the danger of fire to adjacent structures?
No.
No. Will the proposed variance substantially diminish or impair property values within the immediate neighborhood?
No.
No. Will the variance be detrimental to or endanger the public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare?
No.
No. And would the variance request be generally applicable to other properties within the immediate area?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I can make the motion that we give the variance subject to council approving the special use.
I will second that.
Second it, Belinda, or, I'm sorry. Gina
That's okay.
seconded.
Pick somebody.
Okay, let's do it. Jim Whipper,
Yes.
Dina Ori,
Yes.
Ed Zosky,
Yes.
Linda Young,
Yes.
Gina Driscoll,
Yes.
Mike Kelly.
Yes.
All right, ayes have it again, so 6-0.
Yep.
So when will it be brought to council? Council is the 17th, or?
Let me look at my calendar real quick, sorry. Yes, so not this coming Tuesday, but the following.
Week from
Tuesday.
tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow.
Yes.
Yep,
Another, and then
Goes to the city council.
and then you just need to show up to that meeting and they'll,
go to that meeting.
yeah, you go to that meeting because, I mean, not that we had so much audience participation in this one. I don't imagine anyone would show up, but should someone, it is your opportunity to defend yourself. Should anyone that couldn't make this meeting happen to show up to that one, I highly doubt it. Like I said, I
But the
didn't.
council has any questions,
Yeah, or if the council has any questions,
That's
just,
mostly what it is.
that's mostly what it is.
you got approved yours.
But you're approved.
That, sir, is to get
Same date, or I mean, same time and same location, just different date. So the 17th here in the same area. Yep.
Same room. They opened
Thank
it up a
you
little
all.
bit.
Have a very Merry Christmas.
You're welcome.
You
You
too.
also.
All right, guys, we've got one more. It's for the city. and we'll
Contact the lumber cars.
rock and roll through
about
this
the
one real quick.
pallets. Oak pallets.
Okay. And next, case 19-S-33, petition of the City of East Peoria to amend Title 5, Chapter 2, Sections 3 and 4 of the City Code to prohibit video gaming cafes.
So I guess I'll jump in. So predominantly what this is just to shore up. There's already been a code of ordinance passed that prohibits these coming into East Peoria. And if we're familiar, these are just the video gaming cafes that, I mean, they might serve a little food or drink or whatever, but not much. And the whole entire point is just to people kind of come in. And I think with enough of the bars and everybody already having them, I think this is just an unnecessary addition to the community. And so they've already been prohibited by council, but this just allows us to modify the zoning code to also prohibit them. So it's just kind of a double whammy that if someone were to try, we go, nope, zoning doesn't allow it. That kind of allows us, at least from the staff perspective, to kind of say, hey, sorry, zoning doesn't allow it. And then if someone pushes, be like, oh, there's also a city ordinance. Or just kind of backs each other up is all it is. So in that way, someone doesn't go, well, your zoning doesn't say that it can't. Well, now zoning says that these are prohibited in all zoning classifications throughout the city. So,
Oh, good.
Anybody have any questions?
Sounds straightforward to me.
For a vote?
yeah,
Okay.
so I just need someone to motion to,
Make a motion that the amendment, ordinance amendment 4469 be approved.
Mike and Belinda.
yeah, sign those for me. Good. All right, I'll go ahead and do a vote. Jim Weber,
Yes.
Dina Ori,
Yes.
Ed Zosky, Linda Young, Gina Driscoll? Mike Kelly?
Yes.
All right, 6-0. All right, so then we just need to jump down to someone to motion to adjourn the meeting.
Well, before you do that, you said you wanted any discussion about the cans or not?
We're going to do it after.
After the meeting.
Afterwards, all right, I'm sorry. Motion to adjourn.
All right, so we'll do Mike Kelly. All right, we'll do Ed Zosky. We'll just do all in favor?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.